Metamorphic rocks. The agents of metamorphism are heat, pressure or stress, and a chemically active fluid. Metamorphic rocks, when it is the metamorphism is taking place, the sources of heat can be from magma, from mantle plumes, upwelling at mid-oceans or ridges, or partial melting of the area near the magma chambers. Geothermal energy is also part of it. In the subduction zone, that is the convergent plate boundaries, crustal thickening is there as well as heat is produced. Types of pressure can be with the depth it will increase due to load from rocks above or differential stress or directed stress due to tectonic forces during mountain building. Metamorphic environment may overlap. There are different types of metamorphism. The metamorphism can overlap with each other depending on the amount of heat, place, and amount of pressure. How the metamorphism is taking place? The primary, that is igneous rocks, and secondary, that is sedimentary rocks. They, during the Earth's movement, high temperature and pressure is produced, and these particular rocks are getting partially or wholly altered. Their minerals may change their composition and texture, and they will form into metamorphic rocks. Here we can see in this diagram the pressure from surface rocks and the heat from magma. It is changing the composition of the rock and metamorphic process is taking place. Kinds of metamorphism. It can be thermal metamorphism, and that is also known as contact metamorphism. Contact, that means it is coming in contact. What? That is thermal, that is heat. Alteration of rock by heat adjacent to hot molten lava or magma. Heat is dominant factor over here. Why? Because of the increase in depth and intrusion of magma. Now the area nearer the magma, the whole thing is rock bed, and in that the part which is nearer to magma, that part will have contact metamorphism. Slate will turn into hornfels, quartz or sandstone will turn into quartzite, limestone into marble. Proximity of the magma produces contact metamorphism. These are non-foliated fine-grained like hornfels. Next one is coming dynamic metamorphism. When directed pressure or stress is the dominant agent. Now over here it was dominant agent was thermal, that is heat for the contact metamorphism. But in dynamic metamorphism it is the pressure which is a dominant agent for metamorphism, and that's why it is called dynamic. More or less complete recrystallization with new structure takes place. Because of the pressure, this foliation is taking place. We can see the bands over here. This is called foliation. As this is mainly because of pressure at great depths with the Earth's crust, and chemically active hot gases may come up and they may change the rocks chemical composition and minerals also, and then these minerals get arranged into bands and forms a foliation structure. This is called dynamic metamorphism. It also occurs because of mountain building, that is plate tectonic movements in the subduction zone where the pressure is tremendous. Regional metamorphism. Composition change is gradual, gradational. Texture is foliated. Now, in contact metamorphism, only high temperature. In dynamic metamorphism, pressure is the main dominant factor, but over here, pressure and temperature both are coming. Metamorphism occurs in great masses of rock over a wide area, larger area. Rock can be metamorphosed simply by being at great depths below the earth's crust, subjected to high temperature and the great pressure caused by immense weight of the rock layers above it. For example, slate, schist, and gneisses. Now you can see over here above first one is slate, then pyrite, then schist, gneiss. Depending on the pressure increasing, metamorphism take place. Regional metamorphism, it is a large-scale intense metamorphism. It can occur during mountain building events also, because during mountain building event, heat is produced, even pressure is also dominant factor. So both of it is forming regional metamorphism. It is associated with compressional forces in convergent plate boundaries, and rocks are subjected to high temperature and differential pressure. It produces foliated metamorphic rocks. Over here we can see regional metamorphism over here, whereas contact metamorphism is near the magma plumes. Over here we can see that dynamic metamorphism also can take place because of the pressure of the plate boundaries. Metamorphic rocks, pre-existing rocks and their equivalent metamorphosed rocks like conglomerate will form into gneiss, basalt will form into schist, sandstone to quartzite, quartzite to quartzschist, shale will form into slate, slate will form into phyllite, phyllite will form into mica schist. Iron ores, it will turn into hematite. Hematite is one of the important iron ore which we get in India maximum. It is also hematite schist. Gabbro, that is igneous rocks, will turn into gneiss, and that will turn into coalite schist. Coal will turn into graphite. It is a sedimentary rock turning into metamorphic rock. What's the use of metamorphic rock? Quartzite, marble, commonly used for building material, artwork, schist, and slate are sometimes used as building and landscape material. Graphite and lead in pencils is the mineral commonly found in metamorphic rocks.